Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Productivity is commonly defined as a ratio between the output volume and the volume of input. In other words, it measures how efficiently production input, such as labor and capital, are being used in an economy to produce a given level of output. Employee productivity is an assessment of the efficiency of a worker or group of workers. Productivity may be evaluated in terms of the output of an employee in a specific period of time. Typically, the productivity of a given worker will be assessed relative to an average for employee doing similar work. Because much of the success of any organization relies upon the productivity of its workforce, employee productivity is an important consideration for business. Low productivity in the workplace refers to a condition where one or more workers complete tasks, process, production, or sell inefficiently. Low productivity has a number of negative impacts on a workplace, including economic effect on profitability and systematic implications for worker morale. Based on the Statistics of Labour Productivity in 2020 from Department of Statistics Malaysia (DOSM), Malaysia labour productivity result in 2020 weakened much worse and again the prospect of a global pandemic catastrophe. It happened to affect the labour productivity, which the statistics here show that the labour productivity value added per employment in ringgit is decreased by RM5,100, which all sectors register a negative growth in labour productivity per employment as amounted with decrease of negative 5.4% compared to the positive growth of labour productivity in 2019, which 2.1%.
There are a lot of things that could be the factor that lead to low productivity. However, in this slide we only choose three main factors such as lack of employee training, inefficient management, and work from home. To make it more clear, please enjoy our short video.
Hello boss, good morning. I think there is problem with my gearbox. Could you please repair it for me?
Yes boss. Okay, give you 5 minutes.
But I don't know how to fix gearbox. Never mind, Rashid will teach me on how to do it.
Hey Rashid, could you help me to fix this car? Huh? I'm busy right now. Sorry. Oh, okay. I try to repair it by myself first.
Oh my god, I have to do it by myself. I try to do as much as I know only. This is Nazmi. He is applying for a marketing executive position at Mega Holding. After that, the company accepted Nazmi's application by sending an offer letter to Nazmi, written that the position given was marketing executive. However, due to the inefficient management of the company, they put Nazmi as a salesman for the company. This is not the same as the position given to Nazmi in his offer letter. This is Farizul, a video editor working for a well-known company in Johor Bahru. When the government gave instruction to implement the Movement Control Order (MCO), almost all business were unable to operate during the MCO. So his employer decided for all workers to work from home. This is to keep the company operating. But at home, Farizul did not do his job well. He even used the time to play video games on his phone. This resulted in lower work productivity.
For the impact of low productivity, my first point concern is employee mental health. Next is lack of motivation. Lastly is suffocating benchmark and standard. So let's watch the video on impact from the factor of low productivity.
Okay sir, your car is done. Alright, thank you.
In the end, Abu was scolded by his customer because of his bad work had caused him an accident. This causes Abu stress and have mental health problems.
For the impact on employee lack of motivation, here showing that Nazmi is exhausted by the ineffective management, which therefore making him unmotivated to completing his tasks given by his employer. It shows how the employee could get unmotivated and may decrease in productivity amongst the employee. For the impact of suffocating benchmark and standard, because Farizul doesn't do his job well at home and spend a lot of time playing video games, so the video that needs to be prepared to be given to each customer does not reach the benchmark that each customer asked for. The edited video was made in a hurry, so that the work did not get maximum result. Because of all that, he was scolded by the employer and warned to be fired for working there.
Okay, for solution and recommendation. As we know, one of the factors of low productivity in a company is the lack of training given to employees. So the main solution is to provide adequate training to employees who need training, such as new employees, promotion to higher position and transfer, new machine, new procedure and policy, as well as new product and service. Training is an attempt to develop current employee performance through a learning process by enhancing employee capabilities. This can be done by changing attitude or improving the skill and knowledge of employees. Employer can also be sued in the court if they do not provide training to employees. In accordance with Act 514, it is the general duty of employer to provide guidance and training to their employees in the workplace. For the second solution to the inefficient management factor is that employees can report to the Malaysian Trade Union Congress. In this way, the problem may be able to reach the best conclusion. This is because the Malaysian Trade Union Congress will strive to safeguard the welfare and interests of each member, will represent trade union member and industrial disputes. A win-win situation from both sides can be agreed upon. This is because if the employer does not comply with it, the good name of the company will be looked down. Okay, the next step to overcome this is to use a performance appraisal system. This system can be run by giving reward and bonus to each employee who exceed the target given to him by the company. Among the benefits of the performance appraisal system are promoting quality performance by rewarding those who succeed, improving current performance by providing employee feedback, assisting in identifying training needs, providing documentation if disciplinary proceedings are required, and providing communication channel between manager and their subordinates. For the last solution is that the employer can introduce a disciplinary system. This system is a system that will improve employee discipline in performing tasks. The purpose of punishment is to change an employee's behavior and send a warning to other employees that unacceptable behavior will be not acceptable. Penalty that may be imposed include the employee giving a verbal and written warning, suspension without pay, demotion, and lastly dismissal.
Assalamualaikum Arif. Could you please tell me what the advantage of the four solutions for our company's low productivity do seems to be?
Waalaikumsalam, Nazmi. Of course I will. There are some advantages of that solution. Firstly, the employer will know the current situation of the employee productivity. Employer will be more frequent to hold various intensities to improve the capabilities of our employees, because the employee performance appraisal can provide a good assessment for employer to correct weakness that they overlook. Next is greater fulfillment. After get a good training of skill and knowledge, this opportunity will contribute to the overall organization. They gain a sense of purpose. This purpose can inspire them to strive to be their best. And lastly, improving morale. When employer help employees become more organized and productive, they have investing in the well-being of the employee. Many workers see productivity as a way to squeeze more work out of the worker. This vision has to change. When employees reap the benefit of increased efficiencies, it is usually improve their morale and commitment toward the company. That's all.
So for the disadvantages, number one is a time-consuming process. This is because every manager or supervisor is in charge of compiling a performance report for his or her employees one by one, which will take a long time to be completed. The second is horns and halo effect.
So the Hans and halo effect is a human tendency to see only the goods or bad in a person. For example, an employer might just see the employees is never on time and will rate the employees slow and bracket because of that. But however, others may think otherwise. And the last one is increase of concealment anxiety, because a punishment that was implied for an employee sometimes results to hiding offending behavior and even concealing other behaviors or knowledge because of fear for further punishment. So that's all I can explain about these advantages.
In conclusion, out of all the solutions and methods that we had discussed before, the best solution for this case is by implementing employee performance appraisal method. This is because it will increase the motivation of the employee and get the job done in a more efficient way and less time consumed by the employee. Due to this factor, the company that was used to have many numbers of low quality employees will be decreased because each and every one of them will work harder for the sake of them being appraised by their manager. Employee performance appraisal is the best solution and the easiest way to make employees work harder so that the company can achieve their objective. So that's all. Thank you.